You're a no-show, a loss, a spastic nerf fag. My favorite movie used to be Better Off Dead with John Cusack. It's an 80s movie. I had a pretty good week this past week. And there was a milestone. Here's my dog Poopy. I'll call them both Poopy. Sometimes I call them other stuff. I had a pretty good week though. A little rock and roll. Used to work at this warehouse, and one of the guys there was in a band called Sweet Cheater. Used to go to the Green Door and some of the other places. Backyard parties. Used to love live music. And I play guitar. Check out youtube.com, Homer Cocktail. You can check out youtube.com, Homer Cocktail, and add a number 2 through 20. But only the first half, is mostly music there. This is a turnover rate. This one's going to be called turnover rate. If I start talking too much, there's going to be a continuation piece about write-offs. And this will be about social write-offs. And I have another chat site. This is the Homer Cocktail 4 site right here. But I have one that's Homer Cocktail 076, where I just figured, hey man, it's run its course and it matured and did what it had to do. But spastic nerf fag, you're lost, whatever. And I talked about turnover rate in a piece on Know the Republic from the site, which I just barely put on a couple days ago, just to prepare myself for this. Anyhow, it's no big deal. It happens. No big deal. It happens. There's a lot of superficial stuff that I've put on these sites. Not superficial, but I put stuff about Activision, the movies, or The Sims, or the earthquake. I did an earthquake piece yesterday. It's not that it's superficial. It's just there's nothing personal in that. It's just a lot of people experienced together in Southern California yesterday. And every now and then I'll do something like this. Disparity from the Homer Cocktail 76 kind of loses some of this. Where I try to explain, hey, XYZ about my life or whatever, my past, where I think my future might be going. And I had a mild disappointment happen after this great show. It was in Chino Hills. And I'm not necessarily of the idea anymore like I used to be in high school. If you don't have anything good to say, don't say it at all. But I do modify the words I'll use. I'll describe a person instead of using their name because of the grapevine and rumors and how things go about. So usually if I'm in good graces and if it's someone that doesn't mind, I'll use their first name quite often. But this one is about turnover rate, and what I talked about is jobs. The warehouse I was talking about had a pretty solid turnover rate, I thought. It might have been like 30-40%, I'm not sure. It's about 50 employees. If it's 30%, it's about 15 out of the 50 are gonna be gone. New employees replacing them every year roughly. It's not too horrible. If you're at like 90%, someone's not managing right, or maybe it's just the nature of the business you're in. And something like 1%, oh man, I don't know, that'd be unheard of, or seems to be. Anyway, but I was thinking about friends and turnover rate, and I talked about the economy in different pieces. Right, Poopy? See? Alright. There's this book called The Great Depression of 1990. Right when I graduated high school, people were predicting this gloom and doom and every which thing. I watched Ray Bradbury speak. He wrote a book called Fahrenheit 451. at Chaffey College. I watched him for a communications class, and he talked about living through the Depression. He had a coat that had bullet holes in it because it was, I don't know, from the World War I or whatever, and I don't know what the fuck that was about. I can't remember all the details. But the warehouse I was at, the owners, I talked about this in an earlier piece, Best had gone under. It's a place kind of like Target almost. And they started lowering some of the wages around in the warehouse. And in the 90s, in a personal way, we lost our house. We lost our house. A house built literally, not this house, but the house over. Okay. And we were able to, because other stuff was put in a trust, keep this land over here. This land and some other holdings. But doctors, lawyers, a lot of people were being foreclosed on. And during the Clinton years, I want to say it peaked out as far as a lot of these things, and then it's starting to, seem to happen again with this Freddie Mae, Fannie Mac thing, or Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, that's what it is. A lot of banks going under and all that, and I don't think we've had a real recovery. But this author said every 500 years, it's not just a Great Depression that happens, entire country shut down. And that's kind of a tangent as far as the turnover rate here. I have a couple more minutes, and I'll probably do another piece about social write-offs. But coming out of high school, class of '89, this city's Fontana. It's an Inland Empire, Southern California. Our school experienced a national championship when I was a junior, undefeated season for football. Won CIF against, I think, Fountain Valley. And then our school won again the year after I graduated the CIF championship against a local team from San Bernardino. The team's called San Gorgonio. So we were pretty good. And it was a feel-good time. Look at this guy right here walking with the stop sign. Anyway. It was a feel-good time, though. Feel-good time. And I didn't think a bad economy would ever happen in my life, because they said with all the regulations and every which thing, the Great Depression and depressions like it were a thing of the past. But the grunge era was the 90s, and I don't think it's ever been strong across the board for extended periods since I graduated. I wanted to get a communications and a liberal arts degree from a community college. I went to the Claremont colleges after that. Still working on the bachelor's. I got, within a couple classes of graduating. But as far as friends go, we hung tight. We hung tight for about 10 years after graduation. And I didn't think that would happen. If the economy was good, we probably have all went to different colleges, went our own ways a lot sooner. I rented rooms out. We rented rooms out where I was living, half my life down the street on Old Leander here. And it was a lot of fun. I felt like a great guy during that period because, we had parties and everything, and very festive atmosphere. And all the way up to like my 10-year reunion, things still seemed good and everything. And then it seemed to be that people got their egos, or they became disinterested, or they got involved in their little factions or groups or whatever. And I used to go to ride to school in my senior year with my buddy John. John lives down the street too, on the Leander here, or used to. I haven't seen him since 2007. He's supposed to be my JEO, Junior Executive Officer, in the company that was started, GRPP Inc. I still have to pay taxes. It's still a company. I used to ride to school with him. It was Ford Fiesta.